Hello YouTube, I'm Shane.
And I'm Caden.
He's a little man.
And welcome to the shed.
Alright, g'day everyone. Working on the Jeep again today. Don't have a little man around. He's gone over to a friend's place. Damn him for having a social life. Anyway, so what are we doing? Well, anyone that's driven a Wrangler in the heat will know that it sucks. There is absolutely no insulation through the roof, and I don't know other places, but where we are in the tropics, through the summer you can feel the heat coming down from the roof. Every summer I say that I'm going to do something about that, and every summer I don't. Finally I did. So what have we got? Alright, so we have the Design Engineering Boom Mat headliner kit. Oh, there you go, got a cool little sticker with it. So as you can see, these are all the pieces for it. Now, I chose this one due to the fact that it not only has the roof pieces, but it's one of the only ones that comes out with the cargo window part as well. It's also got the little infill pieces to go in. Now I'm going to change that a little bit. We've got these infill bits, but I've bought some actual heavier duty sound deadener. It's more butyl rubber than just the soft foam. So these are foam themselves. So I'm going to cut this out to make up those pieces. Right guys, I'm still inside at the moment. Aircon's on. It's just a nicer place to be than sitting out in the shed where it's bloody hot. It's already hitting kind of mid-30s. Look, I chose the DEI one, or the Design Engineering one. There's a lot of options out there. You can get anything from the cheap eBay, Amazon type things, right up. There's plenty of expensive options. Even Mopar offer one as a factory option, and that was the one I wanted to get. And if I was in the US, that would have been fine. There's plenty of places that offer it for a reasonable price, but in Australia it's a lot harder to get these at any form of reasonable price, which is half the reason why I haven't got one yet. This one popped up at a good bargain, and it was a bit too hard to pass up. So anyway, let's get into sorting this out. Alright, so obviously I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel here. I've already got these cutouts of all the pieces and a diagram of where each one goes. So if we go to the car, let's have a look at that. Right, so you can see obviously the roof is slightly contoured, and those are just to fill in these gaps. Now what they've given is foam, which I'm sure works perfectly fine, but it's just very hollow. Now just putting on a slightly heavier sound deadener should help with the vibration and everything, and just create a bit, just work a little bit better. And what I'm using is this stuff from JK. You can see it here. Unfortunately I can fit these on nicely, and this one just doesn't fit on one sheet, so I've had to go out and buy two for one part. But anyway, this is it. Look, it's a sound deadener from JK. It's nothing special. Again, I'm sure there are plenty of other options out there that could be used, or you could just use that foam there is. But as you can see, that's some information about it, and I'll just mark these up and cut them out, stick them on. So let's see how that goes. So I've got my two lots for the Freedom panels. Now, the other thing I should mention is in the instructions it tells you to remove the whole roof. Now I'm going to try to do it because I like being difficult with the roof on. The main issue being the sound bar. Obviously it goes up and underneath here. But you can remove this sound bar off. So I'm going to be removing that sound bar and fitting it on while it's on, refitting that soundbar. I should be able to access everything, and we'll go through that afterwards. In the back, it doesn't look like it's too bad. Around the windows though, I've obviously got these bags, and I'll move everything out of the way to access that window area as well. It does say to clean thoroughly, so what I will be doing is hitting up the roof with some grease and wax remover. I just realised we can go across here. So if you listen to here, I don't know if you can tell, there's a slight, this sounds a little bit thumpier. This is a bit more tinny than this. Alright, now time for the actual headliner piece to go on. So this is the passenger side. You can see it's got the little cutout for the handle. So yeah, what we'll do is line it up with, there's the whole back of it is sticky by the looks of it. So what I'll do is, the instructions tell me as well, I'll line it up, tape it kind of in position with the painter's tape, and then peel off a little edge, and then stick it down and move along. So let's watch me struggle with that. So as you can see, the passenger side's on. I did have to realign it because it wasn't quite right. That sucked because it does stick really well. But anyway, it's on there now. Now to do the driver's side. So I've still got to do the same process, which is prep it, put the strips on, and then put the piece on. But with the magic of editing, let's watch this. And it's on. Alright, as you can see, it is not completely flat. I don't know if you can really see that or not, but it's not completely flat. It is following those contours of the roof. It would have been better with a bit thicker of that foam stuff. That's probably why that one is a bit thicker rather than a solid one I put on. But I'm not overly fussed on that. I do actually quite like that. Sucks that it's got a little bit of a crease in it, but there's not much I can do about that now. Anyway, let's move on. All right, so I think in the first instance, I'm going to give the cargo area a try rather than the back, just because I need to remove the soundbar. That's not complex, but just don't want to do that right now. Anyway, so I'll take off these cargo bags. I'll see if I can just leave the frame and get rid of the bag itself, or I do have to take the frame off, we'll see. But anyway, I'll clean the roof up, I'll clean the sides up, and we'll see how it goes. After mucking around, you can see that these window surrounds go very tightly in, which is great, but also difficult to get them on and line them up. This stuff is extremely sticky. Once it goes on, it's really not easy to get out or move. So let's get to it. Okay, so fronts are in on the freedom panels over the driver and passenger. Rear is in over the cargo area, and the two sides are in as well. So it leaves the rear passenger back seat area, we'll call it that. Anyway, so soundbar has to come off. From memory, I've pulled it off because I did the Kick 77 upgrade on the speakers. So it has been taken off, or at least moved before. So if I remember correctly, it's 2 bolts here, a bolt there, and that's mimicked on the other side. That bolt there and 2 bolts. That should come down, and then there is a speaker cable connection. Now I can't remember, I think it's on the driver's side here, or the right hand side, but that comes off, and then I should be able to remove the speaker or the sound bar itself completely, and that'll give me access to down these areas here. So let's give that a try. Alright, so for those playing along at home still, it's a 5mm Allen head for the side bolts, and for this one it's the elusive 10mm, and they're just hand. So let's get into it. It's off. Alright, bar's off and it's all clear. I can obviously see this being an issue up here, trying to get it up into there, but we will work something out. Alright, before I go putting the strips on, well, maybe we'll try another tap test. I meant to do it on the rear, but I forgot before that all went on. I think then we'll see if there's a bit of a difference with this one, seeing as it's a bit larger panel and there's more strips on it. So if you can... Alright, so they're on, so let's see if it makes much of a difference. Alright, so I've just tucked it up here for the moment, up either one, see if you can see it really well. It's not going to be the easiest to get this one on, just due to these two areas and the way this sticks on. But anyway, I'll give it a try. I think I've got an idea, and we'll see how it works out. So that actually went on a lot easier than I thought. Basically getting it kind of roughly in position where it had to, then peeling up the two ends, sticking them on, and then just trying to peel it out and up, same either side, along and up, and just lining it up as it went. And yeah, basically you could see peeling it out the back. Awkward, but got it on, and it's probably the best one that I've done. Alright, so now I'll put the soundbar back in and wrap it up. Okay, so now they're in, thank God. It took about half a day to do. So first impressions, well, to begin with... Alright guys, I realised when I was editing this that I filmed it back in November, and it is now June. Yes, I'm very delayed and late in getting these videos done. Anyway, so I figured that I'm in a pretty good spot to actually give a reasonable review on this from use over summer. And as I said before, this is my daily driver. I go to work every day in it, and it sits out in the sun. I take it wherever it needs to go. It's not just a toy for the weekend. and I can say that there is a noticeable difference with it. Like I said, sitting in the sun all day at work, it's not like I'm jumping into it and it's icy cold, it's not hot, it still gets warm, just like any other car would. But there is certainly not that temperature and heat radiating down from the roof coming right down. There is definitely a difference that I've noticed. I know the advertising talks about the AC working better and all of that type of stuff. I'm not sure about that one. But yes, there is definitely a noticeable temperature drop and more comfort while driving. Sound-wise, as well, I'd say there is a noticeable difference in sound. Again, it's not going to turn into some amazing brand new 12 speaker, luxury car. But I guess the best way to describe it is it's not as tinny or rattly or I don't know, a word like that. It definitely has a better quality to the sound, and I think that's just due to that it's now no longer a full hard surface, and it's not just echoey off the roof. So overall, it's been great so far. I'm really happy with it. So as far as a review goes, if you want to know anything else, ask away, no worries. Again, this was not a sponsored product or anything like this. I bought it off, I think it was Amazon, because I wanted it. I've wanted something in there for years, and that's what I got. I said I'm really happy with it. I'd recommend anyone that wants a bit better sound quality and more so the heat, definitely get one. The big thing is, I would say, with the cargo panels, while you don't necessarily get the noticeable heat straight in there, I reckon that's definitely a good idea to get them though. Just helps with the heat management. Anyway, like I said, recommend something. It's been great. This one's a really good one. I'm really happy with it anyway. I can't say what the others are like. So have a good one.